Billy, you got us?
Yep, I got you guys. We're good.
Nikki, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Bill, we're ready to go.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, Coach, fought hard there in that second half. Fell behind 24-0, but then outscored them 14-3 the rest of the way. Just overall, your thoughts on your team's fight and getting back in the ball game today.
Yeah, first, I told them in the locker room, I'm as proud to walk out of here with them as I was to walk in here with them. And they fought for 60 minutes. And, you look at the first downs and the stats and everything. And, the game should have been closer, and we just made way too many mistakes. And whether it was a drop ball here or a turnover here or a hold call, cut it to one score. Yeah. To beat a team that is as talented as Ole Miss is, those mistakes, and certainly made some. I probably should have run the ball more in the first half because we really struggled to protect those Malik and some defensive ends. But just again, proud of our fight, proud of just really proud of our kids. 10 straight weeks plus fall camp. It's a long time to play this game without a break, and they gave us everything we had today. And love being a coach. I just also love playing here today. It was fun, and just wish we'd have got one more in and made it really interesting there at the end. But congratulations to you. One heck of a player. Those receivers. So congratulations to them, but really proud to walk out of here with our guys.
Defensively, outside of the explosive plays, you feel like you played pretty well.
But you can't give that many explosive plays that we did, in particular the first half. And Ole Miss is very good at that. They've got to be one of the top in the nation at creating those, and we knew that coming in, and we just didn't. We allowed them to have too many that created scoring opportunities, and that was probably the difference in the first half. Second half, I thought we played a little better, still gave them some explosives, but kept them out of the end zone, which is if we could have done that the first half, I think it'd been a really interesting ball game. But and we didn't. And so, we'll go back to the mountain and get rest and hopefully healed up and get ready for 2 very difficult home games.
Last one from me, just with Malik going down 7 times in the first half, only 2 times in the second half. Do you feel like that the offensive line was able to shore some things up there, particularly with that, and then also with running the ball so well?
Yeah, I don't know that we shored things up. We changed up our slide a little bit. That helped us some, but most of all, we ran the football and didn't put him in too many. We kept in situations where usually we're 3rd and 4 or so, and where we've, I think, proven that we're willing to run it in those, and they can't just tee off or bring pressure.
Bill.
At this time, we'll open it up to the media. We will start with Damian Sordelette from the News in Advance. Go ahead, Damian.
Hey, Hugh, you look there in the first half, and those sacks and the turnovers really derailed some drives. And when you go back and watch this film, how much are you going to have those be teachable moments because of giving up those scoring opportunities against a Power 5 team on their home field?
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick. I can tell you now, watching the film, whether it's a missed field goal or something that killed a drive or a turnover, and I'm gonna be sick. If we come in the half getting possession, down 2 scores, or you feel a little better, but we didn't play well enough in the first half.
We'll go over to Parrish Alford. Go ahead, Parrish.
I think he's muted. I can't hear him.
I think you're muted, Parrish.
There we go. Hugh, good to see you.
You too, Parrish.
A lot of talk about the quarterbacks in this game, the matchup between those two coming in. They both shine in different ways at different times. What did you see among the play in both of those guys?
Truthfully, Matt Crowell is really special, but he seldom was under any pressure, and I think our guy throws it really well too when he's not. And I just, he had so much pressure on him that it was very difficult probably to see his true ability in throwing the football. But man, I'm so proud of Malik, the way he fought and battled, and man, he got hit, and just kept fighting. But man, Matt's pretty special for sure. He throws a very accurate ball, and is poised and knows when to kill a play and use his legs. He's pretty. I was as impressed with him live as I've been on film.
Thank you.
Go over to Damian Sordelet again. Go ahead, Damian.
Muted.
I think you're muted, Damian.
Sorry about that. You talked about how special this was for you to come back home, and what was that like, being able to see so many people before the game and all that stuff, and at the bus, and just be able to savor this moment, even in a loss, just to savor returning home?
Just first, I want to say to the Ole Miss people, thank you for your kindness to me and my family. I just, it couldn't have gone any better from that regard. Obviously, I don't like losing and wish we'd have had a chance to win that in the end. But as far as the reception from the Ole Miss people last night at the hotel in Tupelo, or when we arrived, or after the game, or when we're walking to halftime, I just, I thought they were just incredibly kind. And that is a huge it's an answered prayer for Jill and I. So I'm thankful.
Go over to Ed Lane at this time. Go ahead, Ed.
Hugh, the sacks in the first and in the second half, giving up 9. How much of that was schematic and things that you guys didn't do? How much of that is just the talent that Lane and his staff at Ole Miss have?
Yeah, B. Totally. I mean, you can only protect so many different ways, but at somebody's going to be in a one-on-one. Unless you just want to leave 8 people in and only send 2 out, then we probably could sure it up some, but probably hard to get people open. And we just, we just lost a bunch of one-on-ones in the first half, and they brought pressure. We were in some 3rd and longs, and they brought pressure, so that was. I think it definitely schematically. I don't know that we can, trust me. We've looked at every pass protection there is, and if you're wanting to get some receivers out, I just don't know. I don't know any more you can develop. You've got to, obviously win in some one-on-one situations at times. And another thing is we didn't win some of those 50-50 balls that we usually do, and we had several, and we just didn't win any of those 50-50 balls, and then the drop at the end or whatever, the overturn, I didn't see it. I don't know. I have to watch on film, but thought we had it down there close to another score, and that one got overturned, and dropped a critical 3rd down, wide open slant. And, all of those plays, you can't beat, a top 20 team when you don't make those. And we certainly didn't protect well in some of those one-on-one battles.
We'll go back to Parrish Alford. Go ahead, Parrish. Think you're muted still, Parrish.
Do not have a question. I'm taking my hand down. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go over to Christian Shields. Go ahead, Christian.
Awesome. Thank you. I know this is probably the toughest level of competition that the team has had to face this season so far. How are you able to build off of this level of competition going into the end of the season?
Well, I hope so. We'll look at the film, and certainly there'll be things that we have to try to improve on, because we're playing 2 really talented teams at the end of the season. We're through the road games. We need to go back to the mountain, and that's a special place for us to play. And so I think we can build on it. Hopefully we can get everybody healthy for the last two games and close out the season with maybe a couple more wins.
Go over to John Manson with the Sea Red. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Coach, you obviously don't like to lose, but your team was able to compete. You talk a lot about being able to compete each and every week. Is that being a goal of yours? Are you proud of your team, the way they responded after halftime to, beat an SEC team in the second half 14-3 on the road?
Yeah, we're not into moral victories or anything, but I do think that, I've always said when I got here that our goal every year is to compete on Saturdays and put ourselves in a position to take our university and our players to bowl games. And when you're independent, you get a few different types of schedules. This has been a very difficult schedule for us. And I think our kids have competed, and they certainly did today. And like I told them in the locker room, I'm as proud to walk out of the stadium with them today as I was when I walked in. And so, wish we'd have played better in the first half, and wish I'd have coached better in the first half. And I think I just would have loved to have gotten that thing to one score and let our kids have a chance there at the end.
We've got time for one more. Go ahead, Damian.
Hugh, wanted to ask you about the red zone defense for your guys. Besides, the shot play against D-Lo on the back-to-back where they scored the touchdown, the defense held them to field goals, got some fourth down stops. Do you think that unit is starting to turn the corner against a really good offense there with the way they played?
Honestly, I don't think that they're having to turn a corner. I think they've played pretty well all year. And defensively, you look at the stats outside of a few, games, I think they've played really solid. And did they give up too many explosive plays today? Yes, but a lot of other great teams in this conference have given them up to those guys. And we knew we were going to have to be really good in the red zone and hopefully hold them to a few field goals. We did that. We needed to do that in the first half and hold them to about 14 or 17 in the first half. And obviously, we should have got a few points in the first half that would have helped make a difference too, and we didn't. So I'm proud of these kids, proud of the fight, proud of our coaches, our administration. I'm at a great university with great people, and just like I said, wish we could have found a way to get that thing close. And the truth of our team this year is when we've not turned it over, we've won. And when we turn it over, we usually lose, and give credit to Ole Miss for causing those turnovers.
I think we are good to go. Thank you for your time, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
The head coach of the Flames, Hugh Freeze.
We will have Jayvon Scruggs up next.
He'll be last.
That's good. All right, Jayvon, tough one today. You guys competed well, especially there in the second half. But I guess the name of the game today here was explosive plays. How were they able to get so many on you guys, and what were you guys able to do to slow them down there in the second half?
They caught us in zone coverages, and they kept going to zone beaters. So obviously that's a way to get us on our heels and stuff like that. So then we switched it up and we went to started playing more man coverage, and that's when we started to slow them down and actually get stops and get the ball back to our offense and get off the field.
Making that switch over to man coverage, were you guys able to kind of jam them at the line, or what helped right there?
No, it was just putting bodies on the body. It didn't matter if we was jamming or jam, press, off. It didn't matter. It's just as long as we had everybody accounted for, and that's when we were able to go slow them down. And when we were in zone coverages, all it takes is one person to be out of zone or be out of fit, and that's when you got big plays happening. So once we transitioned into man coverage, we actually started to see some slowdown in their offense.
Halftime, you guys are down 24-0. What's the mood and what was the vibe coming out there in that second half?
Same as the first half. We still thought that we knew that we were going to go out there and finish regardless of the score on the board. So just playing 60 minutes relentless, like Coach Reeves always tells us, and like we agree to with each other every week that we're gonna go play 60 minutes, and that's really what happened. Coming out of halftime, we still had the same narrative, same motive, same fight, and same just passion as well the first quarter.
After 10 straight weeks of this, is it good to get to a bye week now?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of guys' bodies are beat up. Definitely, it's been a long time coming. So actually, to get a couple of days off and get some rest is going to be beneficial to everybody, including coaches.
Bill.
We will open things up to the media, starting with Damian Sordelet from the News and Advance. Go ahead, Damian.
Jayvon, aside from the time where they hit D'Lo on that back-to-back pass against him to get into the red zone and then score, red zone defense was particularly stout with limiting them to 2 field goals, getting a couple fourth down stops. And what was the mindset down there once they got down there of just making sure you did your best to keep them out of the end zone?
No, that's literally what our mindset was. No more than 3, and I think we owned up to that for the most part of the game, and just kept everything in front of us, not letting anything sneak out the back or sneak behind us or just anything popping that we didn't know about. So just basically keeping everything in front of us and just having that no more than 3 mindset, and that's really what happened most of the game.
We'll go over to Ed Lane. Go ahead, Ed.
Jayvon, Hugh obviously was very emotional leading up to and even after the game today. How much of the fight you guys showed being down 17-0 early and 24-0 at one point, how much of that fight that you showed after that was because you guys believe in him and want to carry out what he's doing?
We always believe in Coach Reeves and even everybody else on staff. So just having that fight this isn't just the first game where we want to go out here and fight for Coach Reeves. It's not even that. It's from game 1 to game 20. It doesn't matter how many games of the season. That's always our motto. We're gonna go fight for our head guy, and it doesn't matter where we at. We can play on blacktop. It doesn't matter. We're still gonna go out there and fight.
Do we have any other questions for Jayvon? All right. Thank you, Jayvon. Appreciate your time.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Jayvon and Scruggs. Steve, back to you.
We'll have Shadro Lewis up next, and then Malik. Should still be a minute and a half or so from what I'm being told by Todd. So just so you guys know.
Sitting out here.
I'm not gonna. Perfect, Shedro. Yeah. Yep. All right, Shedro, great game on the ground today for you guys. Able to come up with 101 yards rushing today. Second highest rushing total against these guys this year. I think only Arkansas ran the ball more than you guys were able to. Was that a point of emphasis coming into today? Did you guys see some things that you were able to take advantage of with them?
Yes, sir, for sure. Fee said we got to win the rushing battle. If we want to stay in the game. That's what we were trying to do all game.
What particularly did you guys see out there that you were able to take advantage of and gash off some of those big runs?
The 5-man in the box. It's a perfect one right there.
Scored the first touchdown here today for you guys. Came at a great time. Obviously, you guys needed some points. That was actually the first touchdown scored against an SEC team for the Flames. Only the second time facing an SEC team, but kind of part of history there. Was that special to you to get in the end zone?
I mean, it's just a blessing. Like, whatever I got to do to help my team, I'm going to do it.
Offensively today, points were hard to come by in that first half. What were you guys able to do, adjustments you were able to make there in the second half?
Going into halftime, we made some adjustments. Special teams, defense, and offense, all three phases. Try to go ball 60 minutes. We ain't going to stop. Clock run out.
Yeah, the last one for me, that's kind of what Jayvon said, was that the mindset was the same coming out there in that second half. Was there anything said at halftime that I don't want to say motivated you guys because you were already motivated, but anything that kind of clicked there at halftime?
We knew we had to turn it up a notch or things was going to go left. So, like, turn it up a notch, play for the rest of the 30 minutes and get going.
Phil?
We'll open it up to the media at this time, starting with Damian Sordelette from News and Events. Go ahead, Damian.
Hey, Shadra, walk me through the touchdown run there. It looked like RPO, a little delayed handoff, and then you're able to follow the block and then make a couple cuts to get to the end zone.
It was RPO, and Malik. He gave me the ball, went behind my linemen, did what I had to do the rest.
On a score like that, with the way the first half went, how did that change momentum for you guys there in the second half to get some points on the board and the defense has a chance to get a couple stops and you guys can get right back into it?
I mean, we knew we could have scored. We got to that side, their side, a few times, and we knew defense could stop them. We just had to put our foot down to finish.
This was a good day running the ball for the running backs. You had 101. I think J-Mac had 98. What was clicking for you guys today that we hadn't seen really click through the first 9 games of the season?
Me, Mac, and TJ, we all had a good day. But, I mean, we knew what game we was coming in. We knew it was going to be a hard fight, 60 minutes. Yeah, for sure. So we knew we was going to go. We had to. You always preach about rushing the ball, wins games. But you stay in the game. That's what we were trying to do.
Do you have any other questions for Shedro? I think we are good to go. Thank you very much for your time, Shedro.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Back, Shedro. Let's see. Back to you. Cool.
Like I'm not.
great. Get an offensive player up there. Getting tended to.
That's going to be all for today.
Hey, Bill, they said that's all for today?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Hold on one second.
Hey guys, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So Malik split his tongue open on one of the last plays. So he has got gauze in his mouth right now and is unable to speak. So we tried for a little while. He just can't go right now. So I'm not going to make him sit in here and talk to you at this point in time. So he's fine. He's probably get a stitch or two in his tongue, but just want to let you know that's all we're going to have for today.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Bill, you good on everything?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
I will send the recording over to them here shortly. So,
Okay. Thank you.
all right. Thanks, Todd.